Welcome back all. This is the 6th video in the Storyblok CLI series. I'm Daniel Mendoza, and if you don't know that by now, you might want to go back and watch the previous videos. In this video, we'll be going over how to generate migration scripts and run them on existing content. I know. This is probably the most awaited video for the most of you, as this is the freaking coolest feature in my opinion. Okay, let's say that you already have a more developed project with hundreds or even thousands of entries, and you have article pages with a summary field of type text, like we created in a previous video. But now we have a requirement to support bold text and text color within the summary text. In order to do this, we would need to update the field type from the text to rich text, because the text field does not support these options. However, our project is leveraging SSR, or maybe RSC. So if we were to just change the field type, this would break our site, as we are not handling the summary field as rich text. But no worries, we can handle this with the CLI by creating a new rich text field, copying the value from the text field, and unblocking the authors. We can then make changes to our front end using this new field without disruption or breaking changes. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first, let's navigate to the web app and add a new field to the article content type of type rich text. And let's name this summary _ rich text. This will be the rich text version of our summary content. Let's go ahead and add that and save. Okay, now let's navigate back to our command line. Now in the command line, we want to generate the migration script to make the change to our article page entries using the generate migrations command. So we can do that by typing in Storyblok migrations generate and then article. So this is going to be the name of the component that we want to generate the migration for. In this case, it is the article component. And then, as always, we need to go ahead and pass in the space ID. Okay, now that we've run that, we have successfully generated the migration file for our component article. Next, let's go into the generated file and add the logic needed. As you can see in the generated migration file, there are some commented examples on how you can manipulate the data to this component. In this case, we are going to write our own logic to copy the summary value to the new rich text counterpart. Okay, so the block prop being passed into this function is that of an article block or an article entry. So what we want to do is target the specific field that we want to manipulate or add a value to. So in this case, it's going to be that field that we just created, summary _ rich text. So now that we're targeting the correct field, we want to migrate over the actual value from the already existing and populated summary field. Now this gets a little more complicated since this is a rich text field. Storyblok rich text is saved as a JSON object, not just an HTML string and not just a string like the summary field was. So we have to follow a convention. This is what that'll look like. You can find this convention fairly easily by looking at the draft JSON in one of your entries that has a rich text field, or you can go ahead and look at the tip-tap documentation. So you can see here that I am just creating a new rich text object, which is this top level, just saying that it's type doc, and then we have a contents property that takes an array of all of the content. This here, paragraph, is one of the nodes that exists within this JSON rich text object, and the actual content for that paragraph is going to be the actual summary. So here I can say that the text within this paragraph is going to be that of the original summary value. Great. Now that we have a migration script, let's do a dry run to see what will be affected first. Now in the terminal, we actually want to do the dry run of our migration. And we can do that by typing in the command Storyblok migrations, because it's a migration command. Run, we want to run the migrations, and then we have to specify which migration we want to run. In this case, it'll be the article migration. And then, as always, we have to include our space ID. And we have to include the dry run flag. So this is just telling the command to only do this as a dry run. Let's go ahead and click enter. See, we can see that it says dry run enabled. No changes will be made. And voila, there we go. We can see a lot of information here. We can see the number of stories that are going to be affected and whether or not it's going to be successful. So here we see that we have 10 stories, 10 migrations, 10 stories updated, and no errors. Great. So now we know that we can successfully run the migration without any errors. Everything looks good, so let's actually run the migration. We can just rerun that command. All we need to do is remove the flag of dry run, but we also want to make sure that we don't publish any unpublished or draft entries. So in order to do that, to specify or add the option of publish. Now this is going to tell the command what types of entries to publish. And we want to say that we only want published entries to be published. And that's kind of a tongue twister, isn't it? I don't feel like I've said publish like 10 times in a row, but whatever. So this ensures that we only publish already published entries. So now we can go ahead and hit enter. And there you go. It's running some stuff. And there we go. We have successfully ran a migration, updating all of our article entries to meet our new requirements without having to do all of that manual work. All right, now let's take a look at our actual article entries or our article stories. Let's go ahead and just click into one of the articles. Let's scroll down. And yes, now we can see that the summary has successfully been migrated over to the new summary rich text field. Success, yes. Okay, but now let's say that something went wrong. Hypothetically, let's say that we didn't take into account all of the edge cases. I mean, no, we don't make mistakes. What am I talking about? We're the devs. We don't make mistakes. I mean, let's just say that the stakeholders changed their mind. And they want to revert this change that we just made. Ugh, just our luck. Does that mean we're going to have to make another migration script and do all this all over again? Nope. We can just roll back to the version before we ran our migrations using the rollback command. We just need to navigate back to our file manager, look at our list of rollbacks, and here we can see one under the rollbacks folder. This holds the values of our content in JSON-L format, and here we can just copy the name of the file and then navigate back to the command line. Now we can type in the command to roll back. So Storyblok migrations, because this is a migrations command, roll back. We want to roll back a migration, and then here's where we are going to actually enter the name of that file that we just copied, followed by, of course, you guessed it, our space ID, and run it. We can see that it's rolling back and outputting the names of the stories that are being rolled back. And there we go. It's done. Now let's go ahead and verify in the web app. And there we are. The new rich text field is once again empty. I hope that this video has been helpful to you on your migration journey with Storyblok CLI. Let us know what kind of use cases you have down in the comments. And stay tuned. In the next video, we'll be going over how to pull available languages from our Storyblok space for the purpose of internationalization using the CLI. See you there!